What is going on, Diablo fans? Dobrinsky here, and I'm back with another 5-minute tutorial video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a loot filter for Pluggy. It's extremely easy. I'm going to go step by step. I'm going to provide links on where to download the loot filter, and then how to inject it and make sure it's running properly with your Diablo 2 Pluggy application. And then I'll go over some of the loot filter configure settings, the most important ones. By no means am I an expert. I had a lot of help setting up my configure file from a Diablo 2 Discord community member, so big shout out to you, Glymph. But the configure file for the exact loot filter that I am using is in the description below, so you guys can copy and paste exactly what I'm using. It is as close to kind of vanilla Diablo 2 as you can get, if that makes sense. I'm only filtering out a couple small things, and I changed the color of a few important items that I typically try to hunt for when I'm farming, so it's very close to stock. It's not like you're going to see nothing pop up except for TC87 uniques. But that being said, let's dive into setting up this loot filter. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is download the correct /Diablo Map Hack for the version of Diablo 2 that you're playing. Now I have the link for this Reddit page, it's in the description below. Now I know I said Map Hack, but don't worry guys, you can turn off all of the Map Hack features and just configure your loot filter. There's all kinds of variation on how you want to tailor it, so don't worry about that. But I launched Pluggy through D2SC, the mod manager, so I want to download version 1.13c. I'm not sure if a direct Pluggy install is maybe 1.13d, I'm not sure. But anyways, download this folder if you're using D2SC, unzip it, and then put it within your Diablo 2 installation. So here is my 3 Diablo 2 install folders. I have regular Diablo 2, a ladder installation, and a Path of Diablo installation. I'm going to cover in a future video how to run multiple installs, but for now, we just have that file that we downloaded, unzipped, and put within our Diablo 2 folder. So there's 6 files within this download, and there's only 2 you really need to worry about, the config file and the injector. So when I talked about being able to tailor your loot filter settings however you want to, that is all done within this config file. So you open it with Notepad or whatever. There's all different settings here that you can turn on or off with true and false. So this is an example of a map hack portion of reveal monsters, show missiles, light radius, whatever. All this crap, I have it shut off with false, but you can just type in true, just replace false with true, and then you'll turn it on. There's also other things like when your skills turn off, they give you warnings. So like battle orders, oak sage, cyclone armor, that kind of thing. Again, that's all turned off for me because I don't want it to be, like I want it to be as close to regular Diablo 2 as possible with just a little bit of kind of quality of life changes. So they're all shut off for me. The screen info configuration, I just deleted all these commands. It shows like the time, the level, all that crap. I just shut it all off. Again, it's up to you if you want to use that. But the important, or the more important part is the advanced config stuff that I have set up through community member Glymph. And again, the config file is below, so you guys just copy and paste exactly what I'm using, and then you'll be able to run no problem. I don't know how to set this stuff up other than I have the chip gems and flawed gems all filtered out, and all normal gems except for amethyst and skulls because I like to use those for crafting. And then I also have the flawless and perfect gems, they're purple. And I also have stuff, small piles of gold under 1,000, racked items, bolts, excuse me, and arrows. That stuff's all filtered out, right? Stuff that we never pick up, it won't show up. But I do have all magics, rares, sets, and uniques show up. So it's, again, filtering out some of the useless junk that you never use, but also kind of still being close to vanilla Diablo 2 experience. And the other thing was I changed jewels and small charms to be displayed as the same rune color. Again, it's optional. It's just nice to see jewels and small charms. It's just easier to filter out, right, than the standard magic color of blue. Anyways, that is most of the basics for the config file. Again, you just copy and paste everything from here down, having this true, and then copy and paste everything from here down. You can run exactly what I'm using, but we'll close that. Now you want to launch your Diablo 2 application, which it's already running. At the moment, I just have it minimized in Windows mode, but then you want to run the injector. Now this is really important. You want to run it as administrator, and you also want to have your Diablo 2 application running in admin mode. So just right click, run admin, and then you're going to get this injector file here. Now all you have to do is hit 2. That injects the /Diablo Map Hack and Loot Filter into your Diablo 2 installation. And so as soon as it is injected, you can close this, and then we'll bring up Diablo 2. You'll see up in the top here, BH/Diablo branch or whatever. That is your loot filter configuration. It is set up. So I thought I'd show you guys a couple Travincle runs, kind of go over what some of the changes that I made, what it's going to look like. So charms, whether they're identified or not identified, or small charms or grand charms, excuse me, they will be the same color as runes. And then going into jewel inventory here, or just my stash, you're going to have flawless and perfects show up as purple. So it's just makes it a little easier for me to identify charms and jewels that I pick up for crafting. But one important thing to note, guys, before I show you a couple example runs to see what it looks like compared to like vanilla Diablo 2 with loot filter, is that every time that you close Diablo 2 entirely, the application, and then you restart it, you need to then launch the injector again. And you also have to have Diablo 2 running first, and then running the injector as admin and hitting that 2 command to launch it. You have to make sure D2 is running first, and then the injector is applied to it after. With that being said, we'll just do a couple Travincle runs, players 3. This is probably one of the best areas to show a loot filter off. You can kind of see, again, like my settings, they're not hardcore, so I don't have everything entirely filtered out. But you'll see that it's a lot easier for me to distinguish flawless gems, regular jewels and whatnot based on the configuration changes that I made. Oh, also, regular rejuvenation potions are also purple as well. I can't carry anymore, because I pick those up all the time when I'm running. So I just quick scan, blue colored antlers. But if I was looking for like gems or whatever, just that purple, it makes it a lot easier for me to distinguish. And I feel like you can see based on everything that's on the screen, it's not like I'm running something that's filtering out everything, right? It still somewhat feels like Diablo 2 with just a little bit of quality of life. I don't have any of the crazy map packs set up or anything like that as well. So definitely think it did a good job of, or Glymph, I should say, did a good job of hooking me up with good loot filter settings that still feel a lot like vanilla Diablo 2. We'll do 2 more runs. Oops. Now, I might not ever miss a wind force again with these settings. And another important point to note too, guys, is I did filter out chip gems and all that stuff. If you do want to farm them for whatever reason, for like repairing charges on a weapon or something, or you're doing a regular playthrough, all you have to do is shut off the loot filter, right? Just don't inject it. It's not a problem. You can farm whatever chip gems you need and then put it back on. Here's a jewel, orange color, flawless skull. Again, we'll pick that up. Regular amethyst. So again, nothing too crazy, but enough to make it a little easier to sift out and pick specific items that drop in loot cluttered areas, excuse me, like Travincle or Lower Kurast. Scrap. One last run. Hesitated using a loot filter for the longest time because I feel like I was going to receive a lot of backlash from people saying I wasn't like legit or whatever. But at the end of the day, I just decided I wanted to play Diablo 2 how I want to play, and I don't think that my settings are too crazy that people would accuse you of running hack Diablo 2. But anyways, so there's GC. You can see it shows up rune colored as well. Well guys, there you have it. That wraps up everything that I wanted to talk about for setting up a Diablo 2 loot filter. Again, I really just scratched the surface in terms of what you can set for your config files. So again, if you want to use what I'm using, which is more of the Diablo 2 vanilla feel, I just copy and paste the config file. It's below in the description. But also guys, you can join the Discord. There's a lot of people there that can help you if you're struggling with any issues. But yeah guys, hopefully you found this video useful. And let me know in the comment section below what you'd like to see for the next Diablo 2 tip video on my channel. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for the support. It really does mean a lot, and I'll see you on my next Diablo 2 video or live stream. Peace out.